Okay, so here we are at the Springdale Shaft. This shaft is probably one of the last shafts that are actually fully complete. Complete being the shaft itself, an elevator cage, and the hoist house. Now, a shaft is a vertical opening. You have several different types of opening into mines. You have a vertical opening, which was straight down. You had a tunnel that went into the side of the mountain, or you had a slope, which would follow down a vein of coal or a rock slope to the coal vein. Now, this shaft here is just about probably one of the very few last surviving head frames with the hoist house and everything. This shaft now, it was active for men and haulage of materials during the 1900s, and then closed down at some point, and then was converted into a pump shaft. You can see they built a building on top of the shaft with these pumps here. The pumps would run 24 hours a day pumping water out for the stripping operations and or if there were still any underground operations left. Now you can see two big shiv wheels on top of the head frame. That means it was a two-compartment shaft, as in there was two sides to the shaft. And the cable would come over the top of the wheels to behind us here with the hoist house. Now we'll take a walk over here and show you what an elevator cage looks like. Now right here we have one of the elevator cages to this shaft. You can see how it's fairly small and made of steel naturally. This is a small shaft compared to others. A lot of larger shafts, the elevator cages would be built more sturdy. They'd put inch-thick boilerplate on the roof of the cage to prevent it from rocks smashing through. Now, if you take note on the spring mechanism and those little arms that come out, those are called dogs. If, in an unfortunate event, if the cable were to break or if the cage were to go down too fast, those dogs would lock out and lock onto something in the shaft, whether it be the brattice lining, some type of track, or something in the mine. Typically there would be handles on the ceiling of the cage for men to hold onto, but this looks like a more like just for coal haulage cage. Now Justin's going to try to get you a look down the shaft here. The shaft is full of water. They don't use it for pumping anymore. It only goes down approximately less than 100 feet until you hit water.
Yeah.
And DEP actually has plans for reclaiming this site in the spring or near future, and hopefully the head frame will be saved. There's been talk about the head frame to be dismantled and taken to the Pioneer mine tour down in Ashland.
Yeah. Now you see the pipes that are going down here. Okay, normally these wouldn't be here. This is when, later on, when this was actually shut down from being a shaft to hoist men and materials out of the mine, the pipes were installed to pump the water out. That's actually what that building is you see right there. That was added later on. The pieces of rail that are covering it, okay, that's just to prevent objects from falling down in, and also the steel cage around it. Normally this would be wide open, and it's a straight drop down, right down to the mines. And again up top you can see the two big shiv wheels.
You get another good look down here.
Oh, yeah.
And you might be able to see the pump through the door in the room.
No, yeah, that's even a better view looking down the shaft. Alright, now we'll look inside the hoist house. Now normally wherever there is a shaft like this, you'll usually always have a hoist house next to it. This is your hoist right here.
Now, I'm not too sure of the make of this hoist, but it is an electric hoist. It's a 2-drum hoist. These would work in sequence, usually as when one drum is going down, the other one will be coming back up. This hoist, compared to others, is in very, very good condition and is in very good shape. You can see the electric motor that would drive it here. Now this would be your drum switch that would give you your voltage here to the motor. When the motor works, you have many different levers, all your different clutches, your brake bands, and everything else. Now you'll see 2 dials here. Those dials would be accurately marked to exactly where to stop. It was almost as accurate as a clock, the way the system was. And you can see where the chains would run from the drums to the dial. Now behind us here, you can see all the electrical systems that went into this. There's a lot of electrical panels here, which makes me think that this was also for the days that when the pump was running and when the actual mine itself was running. So it's pretty impressive to see this complete. And this hoist may also go with the head frame to Pioneer Tunnel. We hope so that it does.